Hello and welcome to Channel Sport this morning. It's great to have you join us again. I am Taya Salam.
Thanks for joining us from wherever you're watching us. Thanks for linking up with the Friday edition of the show. I'm Yemi Adebayo. All right, let's give you the news making the rounds from this part of the world. Let's talk about some games played in the Nigeria Professional Football League. First wins of the seasons for Adamawa United and Aqua Starlets, and similar 1-0 scoreline for those two teams. After 4 matches, they've been able to secure their first win of the 2019-2020 season.
Good wins for Adamawa and Aqua Starlets. I mean, 1-0, 3 points, it's all that matters. Yep. So hopefully they can kick on from there. Also on the show, the Nigerian National League will kick off today. That's the league just below the Nigerian Professional Football League. Action will begin today in the 2019-2020 season.
That's a good one. All through the weekend, there'll be a lot of football matches in the Nigeria National League. Everything starts today. Some new teams joining in the NLL. We'll have a focus on that and talk about it later on the show. But let's go to Spain and talk about the Davis Cup. And, of course, these guys locking hands, screaming and shouting, celebrating. That's Canada for you. They're through to the semis in the Davis Cup. And, of course, that came at the expense of Nicorea's Australia. They got the job done, did the most important job, and now they're in the semi-finals of the Davis Cup. The revolution in Canada, talking about tennis, seems to be, reaping rewards for the Canadians. Yeah, the revolution definitely continues for Canada. The revolution is also being televised as well. Congratulations to Canada, the first team to qualify for the semi-finals of the Davis Cup. The Davis Cup is the World Cup for tennis. We're not starting with tennis. Sure. I'm going to come back to that in a moment. Before then, let's talk about the Tigress, Nigeria's women's national team for basketball. They're trying to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. They've been through the pre-Olympics qualifier. They came out that, really all guns blazing. Now they need to go to the qualifiers proper. And FIBA have released the seedings and the ports for this particular competition. And we're going to see what it looks like for Nigeria in a bit now. A lot of top basketball playing nations in this particular tournament. There's the United States, there's Australia, there's Spain. I mean, you can go on and on and on. But there you go. That was a pot one for the 2020 Olympic qualifying tournament for women. Nigeria is now in pot one. That's USA, Australia, Spain, and Canada. Let's move over to pot two. It's going to be France, Serbia, China, and Belgium. In pot three, Nigeria is there. There's Japan, there's Brazil, and Great Britain. And last but not the least, is seed for pot four, South Korea, Sweden, Puerto Rico, and Mozambique. So there you go. Those are the 4 pots for the FIBA Olympics qualifying tournament, which Nigeria is going to be a part of. The official draw will be done on November the 27th in Switzerland. 16 qualified teams will be put into 4 different tournaments, and we're going to get to see Nigeria's group, on the 27th. I guess that's when we start to, analyze proper Nigeria's chances of qualifying for the Olympics. One of the slots.
Exactly.
It's a very difficult route.
I mean, look at all those countries.
You have to pass through all of these. It's very difficult, but it's doable.
Of course, why not?
It's doable. Would have loved them to have qualified,
directly, like by being African champions or something like that.
It's a tough call, but I think the girls have it in them, and hopefully they'll be able to get the job done. Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to get the job done. The Tigress seeded in pot 3. That's that confirmation again. The tournaments, that's the 4th tournament, will be hosted by Belgium, China, France, and Serbia. The top 3 teams from each of these tournaments, consisting of 4 teams each, will qualify for Tokyo 2020. You can see pictures of the Tigress in training. A lot of these girls we're seeing on the screen now will be back for that Olympics qualifier. And I like the fact that the continuity is there. And, going forward, this team can only get better. I'm happy what I've seen of late with the ladies. I wish we could support them more. That's just all they need. The talent never in doubt, quality not in doubt. Even though this is a very tough task.
Yeah.
But I still believe it can be done.
Of course.
And then, well, you know, I think 3 teams will make it to the elite.
Yeah.
We should be one of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully we should.
All right, then. So we wish the Tigers all the best as they, continue the campaign to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Like I said, the draws will be done on November the 27th. And when that is done, we can begin to assess Nigeria's chances of qualifying for the next Summer Olympics. From the Olympics, now let's go to the National Basketball Association. That's the NBA. 2 games were played late last night and early this morning. It's very, very unusual to have just 2 games in the NBA. But it is what it is. We have those results for you. The matchup of the night definitely was between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Milwaukee Bucks. And it was the Milwaukee Bucks prevailing 137 to 129. Another bad loss for Portland. They have been terrible this season. Elsewhere, last but not the least, the Pelicans held on for 124 to 121 victory over the Phoenix Suns. Brandon Ingram scoring 15 of his 28 points in the 4th quarter, while J.J. Redick added 26 points to lead New Orleans to that very, very good victory over the Phoenix Suns. But our feature match is between the Blazers and the Milwaukee Bucks. And usually when you're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis readily comes to mind. But he's also got great teammates that contributed to that victory last night.
It's interesting. I mean, a lot of focus. If I had seen the top performance and probably didn't see Giannis, I would have asked what happened.
Like, what happened?
What happened here? But like you said, as a couple of good players around it.
Yep. And so Robin Lopez there. There's Eric Bledsoe. Scored 30 points on the night. Great supporting cast. Even though it appears that Giannis is the lone superstar in that side, but because of the great players around him, we don't get to see that effect. Even times that he's struggling, the players always come to the party. Carmelo Anthony played his 2nd game for the Portland Trail Blazers. He had a very, very good game. Yemi scored 10 of his 18 points in the 1st half. I mean, for someone that has been away from the NBA for a year, over a year, that's not a bad comeback.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see a lot of, see trademark headband and handband. I'm used to seeing that like Carmelo. As the days roll by, we're going to see top performances from Carmelo.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, maybe it's going to be enough to propel Portland.
They're going to need it. They're going to need it. It's been a bad start to the season for Portland. They also played without 4-time All-Star Damian Lillard yesterday as well too because of a back injury. So the Portland Trail Blazers are struggling big time right now, and they're going to need Carmelo Anthony to, perhaps help them out of that. In the absence of Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum led the Blazers with 37 points, but it wasn't enough as they still went on to lose that game. Because they lost that game doesn't mean we should not recognize the effort of CJ McCollum, and that's why he's ended up on our top performer list this morning. 37 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists.
He turned up. That's what you expect. Turned up. These numbers would probably have helped another team win a game.
You're right.
He turned up and obviously deserves to be one of our top performers. CJ McCollum always coming up for the Blazers. We'll see. I don't know. I think he already has, maybe in Carmelo Anthony, the support cast that he needs. I just hope that everything comes together for them. I know what actually saw the Blazers starting this bad this season. A lot of people thought they would kick on from last season. And but I really like to go back to the fact that Al-Farouq Aminu is left aside, and his absence is showing a lot. Al-Farouq Aminu might not put up great numbers in terms of points. A lot of the things that he does doesn't show up in a box score, but those intangible things that he brings to the team. Green for the Warriors.
Exactly. Now he's no longer there, and they are struggling badly. And Lord knows how long it's going to take them before they come out of that slump. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the next guy on the top performer list, and no surprises at all. 24 points, 19 rebounds, 19 boards. Yeah, I mean, that's remarkable. And 15 assists as well, to showing off his playmaking abilities. The second triple-double of the season for the Greek freak.
For you to have 19 rebounds, it means your reflex is very, very sharp. You're super agile.
Yeah.
That means anything trying to get out of the basket, you're
catching,
straight.
you're boxing everyone off.
In a game against the top side, you get 19 rebounds. I mean, what else can I say? Giannis doing what a lot of people know he's going to do, and maybe this season he might just retain.
I mean, he's
just be the regular and come to the playoffs and still be it. Who knows?
I mean, he's putting up MVP numbers. He's basically carried on from where he left off last season. Yeah, we're just going to get the confirmation of the
results and the fixtures.
Yeah, the quarterfinal lineup is complete. Like you see, Canada, the first country to qualify with a 2-1 win over Australia. Serbia versus Russia, Argentina versus Spain, and Great Britain versus Germany are the other matches in the last 8. Of course, by the end of today, we'll be knowing our semi-finalists, and we'll see the semi-finals tomorrow, and by the time we come back on Monday, we'll be talking about the World Cup winners.
Yeah. A lot of interesting ties. Serbia, Russia, Argentina, Spain.
A lot of those
similar styles.
can go anywhere.
Yeah,
right?
could always go anywhere.